No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to put it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Dennis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
The give to the back. Got the first down and more. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
The offense changing the play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rolls it in. It's a running work. Touchdown, Clemson. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Texas A&M going up-tempo.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a hero.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's looking deep. He's got it and more than enough for a 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Dennis. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On the run, it's Mars. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
They'll try to get outside. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ball State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Punts it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Got it inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
From the gun, looking for a man. Steps away. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Clemson is quick to the line. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to run it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Absolute shank. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slip.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Here's a heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. Got a man in the middle. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And the Tigers will try to punch it in on first and goal.
Here we go.
On the move. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Power football with the run. Shows him the stiff arm. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games. And that's why coming into this season, they were given that top 5 ranking. But on the field, in games, they simply, for whatever reason, have not been able to get it done. And the lack of execution, to me, is a huge reason why they've fallen out of the top 25.
Yeah, they haven't handled the pressure. I mean, that's just the easiest way to say it. Because you just mentioned playmakers. They got them. They got guys that know how to play this game. That's why they were ranked in the top 5. They've got to get something going, and it has to start today.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They'll try the run. Across the 45. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. It's Barnes. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Running to Green. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On the option. Fights off a defender. There he goes. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Showing the arm strength down the left side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Gage. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see go.
Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Texas A&M going quickly. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Short completion along the sideline will be enough for the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking left. Found the spot in the defense. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dennis. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the fourth down.
Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time. Breaks into the open. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And the Aggies are in the hurry-up. He's got the back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 8 over Liberty. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He spins that thing down the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That's reeled in. It's McKay. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
He'll take it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
It's just so nice to have a signal ball who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Gage. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They go to the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything.
Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, the running back has it. Spins away from the defense. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Pulls and fires complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Running through contact. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on him. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Fires to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
To the air on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the big fella. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gage. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Gage. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's McKay. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
He might want another play. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
Any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He wants to throw it. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Gage. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a chance. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Not sure why they want to throw again. He'll go down, and a bit of an unusual